Hey, what's up, guys? Can I just say, I'm gonna give a shout out right now to Chester Bennington, Lincoln Park. In the end, wait, hang on, Lincoln Park. Just had to do that because I love him and rest in peace, Chester. I'm just wearing the shirt, so I was called to do that. What is today? Day 78. And you guys, this one is kind of a longer title, and maybe I'll rethink about how I'm gonna say this, but this is about like white girls that are into Asian dudes, or Asian dudes being shocked that white girls are into them. Like, I think it's so, like, I get it, like, I kind of get it, but then at the same time, I think it's just so interesting, and I really want to reframe it for people. And I guess it's because when I hear that, like, when I hear that like a guy who's Asian is like, oh my gosh, a white girl's into me or whatever, part of me is like, bro, what does that mean, like, to you? Like, I just, let me try to think what's the best way to say this, because sometimes when we start talking about race or we start talking about, whatever, people can get really funny and awkward. But like my whole thing, that why I'm talking about this is because it was just kind of literally just came up in a text thread just a few minutes ago, and something that I was in, and I love it. And homie that I'm talking to, you know that I'm talking to you, and it's great. So I love you because you're prompting my message right now. But why is it such a big deal if a white girl likes an Asian guy? To me, this is just what I'm hearing, is that it's like white girl is like up here on a pedestal, and like Asian dude is not as desired. And I'm like, who the hell? I almost want to cuss right now, but like, who the heck made that up? Because it just sounds so weird to me. Like, it just sounds so like, I don't know. And yeah, like, to me, I think like the Asian culture is sexy AF. Like, there's so much, I mean, honestly, just every culture, like cultures in general, are just so beautiful. And we can look at any culture worldwide, and they all have something different. They all have something to offer. One of my favorite classes in college, and P.S., this isn't when I first decided to go to college and I was like, I'm going to get a major. This is when I decided to go to college to study and study what I wanted to. And I told my dad, I'm building my own master's degree and I don't need to follow any type of curriculum. Okay. And one of my favorite classes when I was building my own master's degree for life was anthropology and studying of different cultures. And it made me so sad to know that so many languages die every year and so many cultures die. And the thing is like, I guess for me, I've always loved history because I had amazing history teachers. Shout out to Mr. Thompson and Mr. Barbaria. And Mr. Thompson, we're friends on Instagram. Woo woo. But anyways, I loved history, and I loved just looking at where we've come from, and your culture, like, literally, it's a part of who we are, right? And there's things that work in our cultures, and there's things that don't work, and there's things that are going to vibe with us, and there's things that are not going to vibe, because in culture there's like all these other things. Like, it's an infinite amount of information, and we can look at it in so many different ways. But I just really think every culture is sexy when you choose to see a culture for what it is. And we can really embrace everybody and our differences and whatever. And if, certain races think that they're better or whatever, like, that's fine. Like, great. You do you, boo. And I think the reason I say that is because I think that that mind frame is going to happen for you when you really choose to, like, step into new levels for yourself. But I just wanted to talk about this today because I do find it slightly, I guess, honestly, I find it slightly heartbreaking, because it makes me think, yeah, again, like when I hear it, it's like Asian guys think that, like, they hit the jackpot if a white girl likes them, which then again makes me think, you don't think you're good enough for a white girl. But then it's like, why is a white girl up here? It's just like, when you say it out loud, it just sounds so weird. And I get that in history, I totally get it. The Western cultures have just gone through and dominated and tried to take over so many places, and is this whole thing of war and all this stuff. That's the truth. I'm not going to deny that, and I get that. But internally, I guess why I'm making this video is because I want people to know, like, you're freaking amazing. How about we just look at humans as human to human? And yeah, I just want to be like, let's look at humans as humans. That's it, guys. If you vibe with that human, amazing. If you don't, amazing. And I'll take this a little further down the rabbit hole. Like, I want to raise my kids, if I have children, I want to raise them that, you know what, if you wake up and you got a crush on your girlfriend, and let's say this is my little girl and she's got a crush on her little girlfriend, you have a crush on your little girlfriend. That's fine. Like, she's a human that you're crushing on. And then, like, you know, a week later, a month later, she's like, oh, there's a boy at school that I'm crushing on. Cool, you crush on that boy. Like, why do we have to label ourselves? Like, why do we have to define things? Like, I worked in West Hollywood for a long time. I worked at a really fun bar called Here Lounge. I used to dance like on the lesbian nights, okay? I was called Cotton Candy and I had so much fun and it was just the best time ever. And working in that environment of like WeHo, I learned people are on a gray scale. Like, there's not a lot of people that are completely straight and there's not a lot of people that are completely gay. Like, everybody falls within there. And I know now I'm kind of going again like down a rabbit hole and on a tangent, but not really. Again, it's just about humans. Like, if you like a human, regardless of their sex, regardless of their age, regardless of their race, just like them because you like them. And that's okay. And I think if we can take away filters of people and we don't look at them as like better or higher, whatever, then maybe you might be able to look at other people around you that you've been missing out on because you think they're like lower. I don't know. I'm just like totally thinking out loud right now. But I really just wanted to share this, and I'm letting go of how it's going to land with people and how it might hit you. But I really do feel very powerful in that statement. Just love a human for who they are, regardless of race, and to know that our race does not define our worth at all. Your character, who you're being every day, how you treat people, the value that you add into the world, that is what matters. And that comes from an energy. That comes from what you literally are like projecting out. That is what's sexy. Okay? Like, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Day 78, whatever. I'm going to title this as something along the lines of whatever. But have a great evening. Please just love people for who they are, and take from this what you want. How about that? Okay, bye, guys.